Hey, I'm Greg at Edge Body Boot Camp. I just wanted to make a video to talk about how you should organize your nutrients throughout the day. I want to give you a good idea about some different methods that we use here at Edge Body, when those methods are appropriate, and what the effects will be of using those methods. All right, the first thing we're going to talk about is your overall calorie intake for the day, and then how you want to break down those calories into macronutrients and organize those macronutrients. All right, when you eat a certain type of calorie definitely matters and is a huge factor in how your body reacts to digesting and dispersing the energy created from those calories. So first, let's talk about what's in calories. Where do calories come from? They can be broken down into what's called macronutrients. All calories come from your 3 macronutrients, okay? If you read the food labels, they're in bold and they're in this order. You got fats up at the top, midway down you see carbohydrates, and then just at the bottom you see protein, okay? It's important to know how many calories is in 1 gram of each of those macronutrients. And a gram of protein, you have 4 calories. And a gram of carbohydrate, you have 4 calories. And in 1 gram of fat, you have 9 calories, you guys. All right, very important to understand. That's why we do promote a low to moderate fat diet with a moderate carb and a moderate to high protein intake here at Edge Body. A lot of people here are ranging anywhere from 1,200 to 2,400 calories. It depends on the body type and what the goals are at the moment. Meet with your trainer, they'll establish all this. And we'll talk about in nutrition classes and everything, the disbursement of those calories. So, once we know the calorie ranges for each macronutrient, fats typically somewhere between 35 and 55 grams of fat, carbohydrates anywhere from 100 to upwards of 180, 200 grams, and protein around the same range, probably 120 grams, upwards of 180, maybe 200 grams of protein a day if you're large and in charge and ready to lose a lot of weight. So, now that we have those numbers, we can break it down into the nutrient organization. So let's say we're going to go with a well-rounded nutrient organization. The results that come from this is consistent energy levels, something that we definitely want, especially if you have a physical labor job. You can't be physically crashing during the middle of the day, so we're going to want to have a well-rounded diet for each meal, all right? What this means is putting a little bit of fat, a little bit of carb, and a little bit of protein in all of your food choices throughout the day. Breakfast, something that I do for a well-rounded meal is, you're gonna laugh at the amount of food that I eat, but 2 packs of lower sugar oatmeal. That gives me about 55 carbohydrates. I eat 5 egg whites, which I get pure protein from those, 30 grams of protein, and then 4 whole eggs, which is gonna contain 20 grams of fat and an additional 20 grams of protein. So on the entire meal, I have 20 fats, 50 carbs, and 50 grams of protein. Nice, well-rounded calorie intake from all 3 macronutrients. Moving towards the middle of the day, we want similar numbers for the meals. So what we could do is a nice rice bowl, put some rice and beans in there, throw some lean chicken or ground turkey in with that, and then we could choose cheese or avocado for our fat choice and make sure that all the portions are correct. Nice even meal there. And then similar options at night. Meals that are really easy. If you do American style meals, you can have a meat, some red potatoes, veggies, and then you could use some cheese or a sauce for some fat, maybe a little oil when you're cooking your chicken, things like that. And then the snacks, the same way. We just want to condense our food choices there as well. Protein bars usually work well. Sandwiches can be good for snacks, just a half a sandwich. Talk to your trainer about more options, but you see where I'm going with the food choices throughout the day. The result is going to be nice, high, consistent energy and a long, steady road with your results. We can adjust your calorie intake up and down from there to either maintain, build muscle, put on some size, or we can go the other way, maintaining and into fat burning, where we're going to experience weight loss. So, another method that we use here is called the fat and carb separation method. And this is where, especially when we get into a lower amount of calories, we like to use this method so that we can keep a higher density of a single macronutrient, either a fat or a carb, in that meal, so that it can actually yield a benefit to your body with the energy as well. We can separate the fats and carbs to put the carbohydrates around your more active points of the day when your body is going to be producing a lot of insulin. It's going to be carrying your blood sugar into the bloodstream, sugar into the bloodstream from the carbohydrate. It's going to create energy by putting that sugar into the bloodstream. And then as you use that sugar, your blood sugar levels are going to drop. All right, this is why we need to take carbohydrates in before and after a workout. So when you're on a lower calorie diet, we do like to separate the fats from those carbs. It increases insulin sensitivity, make sure that more of that sugar gets used as energy, makes your body more efficient, and it allows you to still keep the carbohydrate intake at those times when your body needs them at a decent level. Especially if you're on only 100 carbs a day, it's really nice to be able to take in 30 of those before workout and 50 afterwards. That's 80 of your 100. Then we'll put the 20 other places in very small amounts, 5 to 10 grams at a time. Now with us keeping the carbohydrates around the activity of the day, your workout, we want to separate the fats away from them. For instance, if you're working out in the morning, you're going to put the fats in your evening time with your lunch, second snack, and your dinner. If you're working out after work at night here with us, then you're going to put the fats earlier in the day for your breakfast, first snack, and then incorporate a moderate fat for your lunch. All right, now keeping the fats in the diet is necessary. It's a big part of the recovery process. Helps our joints, hair, skin, and nails, make sure all of our organs function properly. But if we're trying to get all of our carbohydrates in around the activity like I just talked about, we have to separate those fats and put them in higher amounts around the other meals. If you're having 40 grams of fat a day, it would make sense to apply 20 grams of fat to the breakfast, 10 to the lunch, and 10 to that first snack. All right, that's going to separate it away from the carbs, give you a nice even disbursement across the day. It's going to keep you mentally sharp and keep your body from crashing. Okay. Now this fat and carb separation method is a little bit more aggressive and isn't going to work forever. Whenever it stops working, we can increase the calories again and give a more even disbursement of our nutrients, and maybe even go into a maintenance mode where we increase your metabolism. But there's a couple methods that we use. If you have any questions, definitely see one of your trainers. Come to our nutrition class. Email me, Greg, at edgebodybootcamp.com, and I'll talk to you more about nutrient organization.